Heckma, you brought him up earlier, so I'm going to have you start it as well. But you talked about it whenever you went back and looked at the film. Xavier Woods stuck out as a big negative in terms of being just one of those neutral players that you needed to have something from.
Yeah, I'm moving on quick. We're going to go ahead and we're going to call it a career here. If it were me, it's like if Heckma was the
playing GM.
Right? So, playing GM. Yeah, we're moving on. I mean, it's just, look, man, it's so many plays. I mean, just missed tackles, bad coverage, not really breaking on balls well at all for a safety. Being it, I guess you want to blame it on the scheme a lot of times, and I'm sure that may have been a quarter of it, but man, the majority of it is just missing assignments and missing tackles and just not being able to make a play on ball. So I'm moving on.
Rob?
Yeah, I think so. I think there are some things he does well, or we've seen him do well recently. He'll come up in the box and he'll make some tackles and be physical that way. But, I think we've talked about safety all year long, and I think, Diamond Wilson has showed them something, I think, in a rotation at the other spot. But to me, that's going to be a spot in the draft where you look at and say, can we find somebody that can really be a difference at one of those two spots, be a difference maker, be a guy that can, affect things matchup wise and maybe play linebacker a little bit, do those kind of things. So they haven't had that, and maybe that's something they got to find in the offseason.
But Chido Awuzie, I'm grooving on with Chido, and I know that he's had injuries throughout the year, and it's kind of tough, and I know there's probably a lot that plays into that, Isaiah, but ultimately this is still somebody I want to see with Trayvon Diggs in the future, and I want to have that back and forth. You can go out and draft another corner, and I actually advise going out and drafting another corner, but I still want Chido to be a part of the puzzle.
Really just for him, I think he's a guy that may benefit from a fresh start, somewhere else. I mean, I hadn't seen it. I don't think we're ever going to get it. And it's like wishing for something that it's just not going to happen. I'm not going to get myself in trouble with Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy again. But what I want to say is that we could do better. We could do better in free agency with another guy. I just don't think that he's going to be a part of our plans in the future.